All right, here we go. Here we go. Okay, Dan said, okay, so hi Ahmed.
I'm Dan.
Welcome to Unsolicited, the show where we grab a random advice column from the past and we discuss it, we break it down. So we're gonna rate it, we're gonna rate the question, we're gonna rate the advice, we're gonna offer our own advice, and
And
then we're
then we're
gonna
also going to
offer
give the complete wrong advice to give this
the bad
person.
the
The
bad
worst
advice.
advice. Yes.
Sometimes you can discover what's good by seeing what the worst advice is. You
Okay.
can see anyway. So let's spin the wheel. We're gonna spin the wheel. We got our advice columnist up. Okay, and it's Dan Savage. All right, Dan Savage. Let's go to Dan Savage. I'm gonna look at a couple of these. Okay, here we go. Let's roll the reel. Good. And this comes up with December 12th, whatever the fuck. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I met someone. I met, sorry, it was in bold. I read it wrong. I met someone I connected with during quarantine. We've all but committed to screwing our brains out after we're given the all clear, but she recently suffered a devastating loss. We will meet on her terms, most likely very soon. I know I should follow her lead, but should I avoid sex even if she wants to have sex? I don't know if sex will help or hurt. Is being chaste and supportive the right move? Can sex help in a time of loss? I just don't want to be the asshole someone winds up writing to you for advice about. Um,
I think he already did
that
that.
kind of, but that's a pretty good question. No, he's saying I don't want to be the guy that she writes. I don't want
I
to screw
see.
her up
I
because
thought
this.
he was like,
So
I don't want to be the type of person writing into an advice column. I'm like, you're doing that right now.
it's kind of a fair question, right?
Sure,
So I'm going to
sure.
give the question a 6,
Yeah.
not higher than that though, because he's not really giving her a whole lot of credit in this,
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Right.
right?
Like it's all his choice. Like
Yeah,
she.
like she's obviously going to throw herself at me, so should I bless her with my
Right. Right.
penis
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
or should I not? Like it's like like yeah, dude. Obviously, yeah. Anyway, okay, so let's read the advice. So I'm giving it a 6. Do you have a number for it?
For the advice or for his question, no, I'll go with you. I'll say a 6 as
You're
well.
going with a 6, or we're
Yeah,
at
because the
12
time
so far.
frame is like you can wait for
Obviously,
a
the
response. You
obviously the
know.
highest score one of these can get is 40, right? That's a 10 from me, 10 from you for both. So we're gonna go to the next one.
Okay.
This is Dan Savage's advice.
All right.
Follow her lead. That's a good impulse. And if she wants to have sex after you've met in person, and if she wants to have sex after you've met in person, and after you've made it clear to her that there's no rush, and if you want to have sex, you've met, and if you want to have sex, you've met her in person, go ahead and that's confusing. Hold on. Okay, anyway, follow her lead. That's a good impulse. But she wants to have sex after you've met in person, and after you've made it clear to her there's no rush. And if you want to have sex after you've met her in person, go ahead and have sex. Some people find sex after a devastating loss to be healing and affirming. And the last thing that a person needs for someone else to decide they shouldn't be having sex or even waiting to have sex. As for the all clear you're waiting for, well, that could be a long time off. Seeing as COVID-19 rates are spiking all over the country, if you decide you can't wait for the all clear, please confirm the New York Health Department's safer sex harm reduction recommendations for people who want to have sex during this pandemic. Googling New York Health, coronavirus, and sex. To quickly summarize, you can minimize your risk of contracting and transmitting COVID by wearing a mask, not eating ass, using condoms, and using a glory hole. Dan Savage, that's
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 a
as good as
lot of a
gets.
response there. I think that's
That's a
more than what he was expecting as a response.
I'm gonna give it an 8 because I'm gonna give it an 8. Where are you at? I'll tell you why, but I want to know what you're giving it.
I'm gonna give it a 5.
A
It's just
5.
it's too much information.
Yeah, the end of it is a little much. I've given it an 8 because I think it's complete. I think he took the time and gave it complete. I feel like what he missed is what we said, which was, your attitude in general should be like the answer is obvious, dude. Like, like
You're
this
not gonna
guy
have
should.
sex with her until she wants to have sex with you.
Yeah, yeah. And when she wants to have sex with you, then yeah, you
She's
can
gonna
have sex
say
with
it.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and I don't think we should because you've gone through a loss. Like, first off, like, who does that? Who says, but yeah, why would you say what you like? I'm duh. This guy's an idiot. So yeah, he kind of missed like the yeah, in general, dude. Like I guess he kind of hits it. Like if
Yeah.
you want to have sex and she wants to have sex, then yeah, you can have sex, dude. Don't need my permission. Looking for Dan
What?
Savage's permission to have sex is ridiculous.
There was that great oh my gosh, I forget the name of it. There was that great movie where the two intellectuals. It was Bedazzled, where he wants to where Dudley Moore wants to have a smart, sexy, intelligent companion wife, and they can never get to having sex because they keep on just talking about the consensuality of it. And then eventually he has to go
The
to have
Raspberry.
the
That movie's
raspberry.
so good. That movie's so good. That's a movie that needs a remake. Hollywood. Let's get a remake of that movie. I think they did one. They did one with like Elizabeth Hurley. Oh, it was
Oh yeah,
terrible.
it was
Don't do it.
terrible. It was
Stop with the
terrible.
remakes, Hollywood. What are you doing? Okay, let's give the worst advice. What is the worst advice in this situation? I can read the question again if you'd like. It's short.
Worst advice. I'm gonna go right off the top of my head. Dump the girl, go masturbate a bunch of times, and go find someone else that doesn't have so many fucking problems.
Oh, yeah, that's some pretty terrible advice right there. That's some pretty terrible advice. I'm gonna say I'm gonna try for okay, I think so worst advice. This is hard to give bad advice. Okay, I think you should
Man, I thought you were gonna be really good at this part.
All right, yeah, right. Because I see what you did there. All right, so I think that you should show up. You should meet her right away. Don't obviously you don't need to wear a mask or anything because you know you're being safe. And I think you should show up, you know, ready for sex and insist upon it. I mean, like, because really she knows, like she will know after the sex that the best way to get over grief is sex with you, right? Clearly. So yeah, I think you should.
That is fantastically bad advice.
Thank you, thank you. So yeah, there we go. There we go. There's some bad advice and a review. What was the total score on this one? This was a 36 or 26 or something.
Yes.
So we'll have to like write that down and keep track of that.
So 26 over 36.
Yeah,
That sounds
26
like
out of 40. 26 out of 40. We'll give it a percentage.
Ooh, there you go.
So 26